Now, Batwoman turned into an absolute disaster of a show. Documented that. YouTube.com/YoungRiver59 if you want my thoughts on Batwoman. Who I'd make the argument is one of the better handled post rebirth, better handled tokenized characters to exist in recent years. If you read Detective Comics, that Bat family with her being the center of it was very well handled. But now Batwoman's black. So now we have a tokenized version of a tokenized character. We have a double tokenism. We don't get a lot of those. But we got double tokenism, where the tokenized character got tokenized again. There is no Black Batwoman, by the way. This is something that will be for sure brought into the comic book officially at some point. This is how it always happens. But when I say that they specifically do these things to appeal to that crowd that, yes, I know what the hell I'm talking about. Y'all can get mad at me all you want for documenting it. It is what it is. It is what it is. But it's what I'm right. I'm right on this. They specifically make these moves for some sort of social appeal, whether it be. So it literally is tokenism, where the character is placed there and the character is going to be that character because they're gay, because they're lesbian, because they're black, because they're a female, etc., etc. Whatever it is, that's what it is. That's what they focus. That's why the person filled the position, because that's who they're trying to appeal to. And almost exclusively, that's all that's been the talk around Black Batwoman, to the point to where, as covered by Variety, Javicia Lee, I have no idea how to say her name, and if I butchered it, I'm sorry, Javicia Leslie, on the redesigned Batsuit, I felt it was important that the viewers could tell by the silhouette that Batwoman was a black girl, because that's what's important. That's what's important, guys, is that she's a black girl, not a hero that fights crime or saves other people. Her being black is important. With the form-fitting suit and beautiful afro, we definitely nailed it. These guys don't know how to handle heroes, number one. They don't know what makes a hero, and they're all hack writers. Every last one of them. And this is why you don't hire people on. I don't know if they were diversity hires. I can't really say. I have no idea. Maybe. Nonetheless, they are put in these positions and they don't know what the hell it is that they're doing. See, you wonder why these characters, black characters, don't get the love that, or gay characters even for that matter, or female characters don't get the love of the straight white men or the straight white male characters that have existed for decades. Well, it's because they don't focus on them being straight and white. And that's why they are loved by different demographics. Why my favorite character can be Batman. As my favorite hero could be Batman. As a grown adult, obviously as a youngster it was Flash. Now, I'm not rich and white, but I relate to, and I like more so, that's what being a hero is, and what makes them so nice is that we have things that we relate or we identify that we like about the characters that don't have much to do with our race, right? And what Hollywood believes in, and what ridiculous writers that shouldn't even be writing these characters, what they generally believe in now, they believe that you are limited to your color. You are limited to your race, your ethnic background. You are limited to your sexuality. You are limited to your gender. And that's all there is about you. And that's the rather main part about you. It completely undermines why we like the characters that we like. Obviously, because Batman isn't black, It goes without saying. That had nothing to do with why I liked him or why I was fond of Batman. It had nothing to do with it. That's what made those characters great. It's not because they were straight and white. It's because when you are a straight and white character, straight and white male character, obviously some of these characters have been existing long before I was alive, long before my mother was alive. Not all of them, though. Some of them have grown, and the stories that have been told, the personalities, the characters, development, with those white, straight male characters, that's all they have to go off of. There is no social ill. There's no storyline that we could sit there and just dwell on their race or their ethnic background or their gender. So what it does is it forces the writers to have to be as, dare I say, creative as possible. It forces the writers to be as creative as possible. They have to focus on the story. They don't have anything else to grab. There's nothing else there. And that's why they have had these storylines be some of the greatest storylines of all time. And this is why we love them. And the minute these hack-ass writers understand that, the better off these characters will be, including the black ones, including the female ones. You completely forget why we like these heroes, what makes these comic books great, what made comic book characters great. And it wasn't us sitting here dwelling on the fact that they were black. Who the hell cares? Are there characters that are black that are awesome? Absolutely. You've seen my wall. I have plenty of them. But the problem is in that a lot of characters that are being put in these positions, right? They don't get the grind that a lot of the straight white characters get because the writers of them don't know what they're doing, including the ones that are of their race, especially the ones that are of their race, right? Because these guys get in and they feel like they have to make a damn statement, right? So they get a black person to write a black character, and they got to come in to try to make a damn statement, right? And then it becomes a lousy friggin' lecture of a storyline, and they're wondering why nobody's supporting this piece of garbage, or why that character gets put on the shelf. And they say, well, people just don't want to support black characters. No, idiot, you just don't know what you're doing, and your storylines show that you don't know what you're doing. And this is a problem that's plaguing Hollywood right now, and it's infested the culture of comic books, and that people dwell on things that have nothing to do while the hero is the damn hero, right? You couldn't just make a hero that happened to be black, right? And everything that was great about them wasn't the fact that they were black or the fact that they were gay. That's what you could have did. But instead, what are you focusing on? Well, we have our Black Batwoman. And if you watch DC Fandom, when that popped off, if you read this article, it's about the focus of her being black. It's the focus of her being bisexual. That's not what makes heroes heroes. So when this gets dropped, when this gets canceled, don't come back talking about people don't want black characters. Shut the hell up with that. No. They want them to be well written, and your hack ass you're just completely incapable of doing it. And you conflate your inability with something wrong with the actual audience. And no, something's wrong with you.